Welcome to Second Take, the show that focuses on the issues behind the news. Mining Weekly editor Martin Klima joins me today to unpack the latest news in the mining industry. Welcome, Martin.
Thanks, Ashley.
Now, what are Vanadium Resources' expansive, long-life operation plans, and can you tell us how it's mulling a listing on the JSE?
Yes, it's great to get news that you are getting new development of mining activity in South Africa, particularly in the vanadium space. We used to be very big there. But what normally happens is that it's an outside stock exchange that is actually investing in this, not our own stock exchange. And I think there's also a lesson in that. There seems to be not enough incentive for juniors to get involved. So you find companies seeing great merit in investing in South Africa, but it doesn't come through the Johannesburg Stock Exchange initially anyway. And we see this again with Vanadium Resources, VR8, as they refer to, listed on the Australian Stock Exchange, and wanting to consider seriously listing on the Johannesburg Stock Exchange because it would mean a lot to it. Because of the long-lasting mine it's expecting to build here, it will probably go for 180 years. That's the sort of resource base they've got. And hopefully they will, decide to go onto the Johannesburg Stock Exchange, even if it's a secondary listing, which is very low cost, to enable South Africans to also invest in these new efforts, which are very important for the economy of the country.
Now, Orion Minerals now has a new service right access and property acquisition. So what does this mean for copper revival in the Northern Cape?
We want copper to revive in the Northern Cape. We look at the history and we see that so much copper was mined there that there are surface dumps, with very valuable copper on. But the copper price was such historically that it went up and down. And when it went down, people would move out. And that happened in the early 90s and mid 90s. People moved out, and you saw then Orion moving in very, very well, and Copper 360 more lately. But Orion found a few obstacles, it couldn't gain access to certain areas where it needed to drill and firm up what this historical data is saying is there. But obviously when you've got something like this, you've got to firm that up. And normally when you firm it up with modern technology, you find there's much more resource there than the historical data shows. So it's great that, Orion has got permission now through certain deals they've done and land they bought to access properly so they can start drilling on this. And this created a lot of thumbs up. We got a huge number of impressions on this story. So people are watching this quite carefully. Some of it see it as what Australia was, a couple of decades back. It's ready to go, highly prospective, and copper is a metal people are wanting to get involved with.
Lastly, tell us about Giyani Metals' $10 million in funding.
Yes. The Giyani Metals, it's getting more funding now from private equity. It has already got $16 million from the IDC. So this has given it a $26 million base from which to do a demonstration plant, on the western side of Johannesburg, which is great that they're doing this as a Canada-Botswana company. They're going to build this demonstration plant in Gauteng. But of course, the major plant will then go to Botswana. And this is all about battery manganese. So this is going to be a huge demand because the battery electric vehicles and battery storage has found a great economic case for using batteries, metals that are manganese based, which wasn't thought of early, but this is now coming in very strongly across a broad front. And you can see that the IDC has backed this with 300 million rand, and it's still bewildering why they don't also back the Mbombela project there, which has been involved with manganese beneficiation for half a century. And you wonder why now with this new era approaching, which I think the sky is going to be the limit with this, when or why IDC has not backed the Mbombela Mpumalanga operation and has sought rather to back a Canada-owned, Botswana-based operation. Now, I think their main reason they say is they're involved with their strategy is to promote this battery manganese. But of course, Botswana is in our region, but we are also in a country that has an advance on this. And, we need to really get involved there. You can see they are going to assist in getting a listing for Botswana, but we also need listings here, on the JSE. So I hope that our bewilderment will end and that the IDC will see fit to invest in Mbombela as well, because there's such a lot of knowledge there that, TIPS, which studies all our trade and industry policy, they describe this as a jewel that should be backed. So here you're getting a trade and industry government-linked body saying this should be backed. In Mbombela, wow, without a doubt, this is an industrial jewel. Yet you get a state-owned industrial development corporation cold shouldering it, seemingly. It's bewildering. And it would be great if there was more openness on this. They have answered certain questions, but we still don't know, why the local operation is not being funded and the Botswana operation, which is Canada-owned, is being funded. And now we see private equity companies also backing Botswana. We don't see them backing the Mbombela project. So I hope that changes, because South Africa really needs to get involved in this new battery era. And this is one way we could get in. But it's not being facilitated by funding. All the Mbombela project is waiting for is funding, like the Botswana project. But it's not getting it from the IDC, and I hope it does soon.
Thanks for speaking with us, Martin.
It's a great pleasure, Sashni.
That's it for today. Join us again next week for more news analysis on the local and global mining industries. To subscribe to Creamer Media's Engineering News and Mining Weekly, please email subscriptions at creamermedia.co.za.